CCTV video leaked. Is it true that Jungkook and Taehyung are involved in a hot moment that has been hidden? Who's recording? Why is Jungkook's expression so dark and Taehyung's look trembling? Is this a sign of their broken relationship? ARMY was made an uproar by a shocking visual cut that went viral midnight without warning. What really happened behind the tightly closed door all this time? No one would have thought that an ordinary evening could turn into an explosion of emotions and a big shakeup among BTS fans. It all started with one question that hovered between social media timelines, written in capital letters full of anger and concern. What happened in that video? It didn't take long for the hashtag #CCTVJKV to become a global trend, displacing the world's topics in just minutes. A CCTV footage was leaked. But not just any recording. This is not a fan site footage, nor is it a concert video. This is hidden footage with suspicious camera angles that shows two of the most beloved figures, Jungkook and Taehyung, engaging in something never seen before. Tension, sharp whispers, and expressions that are not just ordinary emotions. How did this video get spread? Who leaked it? And more importantly, what were they really talking about that night? The questions rained down on cyberspace like a meteor shower, burning the sobriety of ARMY who had believed that the closeness between Jungkook and Taehyung was something unshakable. But the reality is not as beautiful as a dream. The video exposes a piece of truth that has been hidden behind smiles, laughter, and mesmerizing fan service, a conflict that may have rotted in silence. The video is short, only 57 seconds long. But those 57 seconds are enough to make your heart skip a beat. Jungkook is seen standing with his body upright but his shoulders tense, his jaw hardened. Taehyung stood about 2 feet away from her, hands in his pockets, eyes downcast, but occasionally glancing sharply. The quiet atmosphere of the training room, and only lit by dim yellow lights, adds an aura of mystery. There was no sound in the video, but their expressions spoke louder than words. Did I ask this a quarrel? Or a serious discussion that has been kept secret? There was a sudden movement. Jungkook stepped forward. Taehyung took a step back. There was no physical contact, but the tension between them was so thick, it could almost be touched. Jungkook raised his hand, not to hit, but to point at something, or maybe someone. At the end of the video, Taehyung turns around and leaves the room. Jungkook remained silent, staring blankly at the closed door, and then the screen goes dark. That's all. But enough to shake the world. And less than an hour since the video went viral, thousands of speculations have sprung up. Some consider this an acting exercise, others call it HYBE's internal drama scenario, but not a few believe that this is real evidence of the rift between the two. Does this have anything to do with rumors about their solo project? Or maybe something more personal? Taehyung seems too defensive. Jungkook is rarely like that, unless he's really angry. One ARMY senior wrote in a lengthy thread. They're not kidding. I've been following them for over 8 years. I know Jungkook's expression when he gets hurt, and that's not pretending. There are also those who suspect this is related to Jimin's message that was misunderstood by Taehyung some time ago. Did the conflict escalate between them? Or is Jungkook trying to fix something Taehyung refuses to understand? No one knows for sure. However, second by second in the video, it continues to be played, analyzed, dissected frame by fans hungry for explanations. Some tried to read the movements of their lips, as if they could translate a mute whisper into truth. Others highlighted the time of shooting in the corner of the screen, 3:17 a.m., too late for a casual meeting. Did they meet secretly in the rehearsal room because they didn't want the staff to know? Is there a secret agreement or a confrontation that cannot be postponed any longer? HYB himself chose silence. There is no clarification, no statement, silence. And in that silence, wild conjectures are born that a person claiming to be an internal staff wrote anonymously that this was not the first time the two had engaged in intense late-night talks. Over the past few months, Jungkook and Taehyung have often been seen talking seriously, especially after big concerts, he wrote. Sometimes the atmosphere is very calm, sometimes tense like in the video. But we were all instructed not to interfere. What are they hiding from the public? Is it a big decision that will change the direction of their career? Or maybe there's something more personal, more emotional, deeper. Other facts are beginning to surface. In recent interviews, Taehyung has appeared more reserved. Jungkook, who is usually cheerful, looks like he is storing a heavy load. Once, in an online fan sign, a fan asked about the relationship between the two. Jungkook only smiled faintly and replied, "Everyone has hard days, but we always try to understand each other." A sentence that now feels like a hint of the past that was ignored. And now, as the clip goes uncensored, the question is inevitable. Is their relationship fractured? Some fans were crying. Some are angry that their privacy has been violated. But most just want to know the truth. We love them both. We don't want to choose. But if they get hurt, we also feel it, wrote an army from Brazil whose post received more than 300,000 likes overnight. Many sent messages to HYB's official account, demanding an explanation. But all they get is silence. And that silence hurts more than any clarification. Some video editors try to stabilize the footage and clarify their facial expressions. In one frame, Taehyung's eyes are teary. Is she crying or just tired? In another frame, Jungkook bites his lower lip, a gesture he has only made when holding back anger or guilt. Could it be about the conscription decree? About comeback plans? Or something more personal that only they both understand? A body language analyst said the video showed emotional interactions with unresolved frustration and hurt. Those words alone were enough to keep the army from sleeping all night. Their best friends, brother, coworkers. But underneath it all, they're also human, with conflicts, secrets, and wounds. Perhaps this is the moment when we are forced to realize that nothing lasts forever, even seemingly perfect friendships. However, is the video really real? Or is it part of some kind of manipulation? Some army refer to a glitch in the 0:23 minute of the video like a strange cut in and out of sync frame. Is this a sign that the video has been edited? Or is it just an attempt to censor something more severe? The question remains hanging. And until now, no one has been able to give an answer. But one thing is certain. That night, in a quiet training room, something happened that will never be forgotten. Something that makes us ask, is this the beginning of the end? But the most heartbreaking question came not from the recording itself, but from the last expression on Jungkook's face after Taehyung left the room. An expression so unfamiliar, as if full of regret, loss, or betrayal. What exactly was he thinking at the time? Some army thought he was crying after the door closed. Some others try to zoom in on the reflection part of the glass to see if any tears have fallen. But what is visible is precisely the shadow, like there is a third person standing in the corner of the room, not clearly captured by the camera. Is this just a reflection? Or has anyone witnessed the event firsthand? Who? The rumors are getting crazier. Jimin's name is mentioned again. Many attributed this to a mysterious voicemail Jimin had posted a few weeks earlier on his personal account, which was later deleted. The voice contained snippets of the phrase, sometimes, "You don't know how much something hurts until you see your best friend change before your eyes." That sentence now feels like a secret code. Addressed to whom? Taehyung? Jungkook? Or both? Meanwhile, fans began digging up old digital traces that might explain this situation. One viral thread found that over the past 2 months, Jungkook and Taehyung have never appeared together in live broadcasts, never sat side by side in promotional videos, never even mentioned each other on social media, things they used to do very often. Is this intentional or coincidence? Is this some kind of emotional quarantine that they create for each other? More surprisingly, one of HYB's former staff, who resigned, secretly posted a photo of the training room that seemed to be the same as the one recorded in the CCTV video. She wrote, "It wasn't the first time anyone had cried in the room, and not the last." Is that a form of warning? Sarcasm? Or is it just an attempt to sow more mystery? It doesn't stop there. ARMY began to pay attention to their stage performances. Some claim that in their last appearance as a subunit, there was a moment where Taehyung stared at Jungkook, but Jungkook instead averted his eyes. There were also fans who were sure that their choreographic movements seemed out of sync as usual, as if some emotional distance was too difficult to bridge. Fans' hearts were further broken when they found out that on the day of the CCTV recording, Jungkook had posted a very emotional song lyric on his social accounts. "I trusted you more than myself, but silence became your loudest answer. I trust you more than myself, but silence is your loudest answer." What do the lyrics mean?
Who was he aiming at?
And why did he post it just an hour after the footage was allegedly taken? Some fans speculated that the video was not just an ordinary quarrel, but an emotional ultimatum. A final confrontation before. Time went on, but the sense of silence left by the video seemed to echo louder than thousands of concert shouts. The world seemed to be holding its breath. Jungkook, who used to be so open in his life, has now become quieter than ever. Taehyung, who often breaks the silence with his characteristic jokes, disappears as if swallowed by a shadow. I guess this is a sign that the relationship between the two is really cracking, but that night, something even more shocking shook the army. An anonymous fanbase account uploaded a 23-second snippet of the voice note. The voice in the recording sounds like Taehyung tired, hoarse, yet still distinctive. In the cut of the voice, there was a cut of a sentence that gave the whole fandom goosebumps. "You know what hurts the most? Not because he left, but because he left without seeing my eyes last time." Is it directed at Jungkook? Was the sentence uttered after the incident in the CCTV footage? And who keeps such private recordings? Is that really Taehyung's voice? Or just edits? But what if it's real? What if there are more secretly recorded conversations? The army cannot remain silent. They began to investigate the sound background, trying to match the tones and echo effects with the locations Taehyung had visited. Some believe it was recorded in a backstage waiting room, right after one of their last concerts before the two stopped performing together. The fact that the footage emerged just days after the CCTV video was leaked makes the situation seem designed to leak emotions one by one, leaving no room for denial. But what is its purpose? Who benefits from this wound? Suspicion began to lead to something bigger. A viral thread on the underground K-pop forum mentioned that HYB may be building a conflict narrative to prepare for the launch of a new subunit that will replace Taehyung and Jungkook's positions in the main promotion. Some even mentioned the names of new trainees who were secretly promoted through advertisements with a theme, "New Freshness After the Storm." What does this mean? Will they be separated permanently? And if that's true, did Jungkook and Taehyung know about the plan? What made the hair stand on end was when one of the former trainees, who is now a YouTuber, revealed that it is not new for large agencies to create conflict scenarios to increase exposure. He said, "Sometimes you think it's a genuine fight. It's just a scenario, until finally they believe that the conflict is real. And when that happens, everything gets out of control." Is that what's happening to Jungkook and Taehyung? Meanwhile, global fans made the hashtag Protect Taekook rise to trending. They don't just want the truth. They want emotional justice for two men who have filled their lives with laughter, hugs, and meaningful moments for more than a decade. But HYB remained tight-lipped, and their silence felt like a restrained confession. Then, the next surprise came from an unexpected place. A member of Jungkook's family, who rarely appears on social media, suddenly posted a picture of the painting two cranes flying away in opposite directions. In the caption, he wrote, "Sometimes one sky is not enough for two souls who are too hurt." The army immediately linked this post to Jungkook and Taehyung's situation. Is this a form of support? Sarcasm? Or a hint that parting is already inevitable? Then came another video, not from CCTV, not from a secret camera, but from a fan who accidentally recorded a backstage moment during a sound check. In the short video, Taehyung's voice is heard saying, "If we can't talk tonight, I don't know when." But shortly after, someone from the staff closed the curtain and the video went dark. Did that conversation ever happen? Is Jungkook coming? Or did he choose to leave? Behind all the theories, there's the most suffocating thing. The fans who grew up with them now feel scattered. Some begin to blame one of them. Some still hope that everything is just a misunderstanding. But in the midst of the war of assumptions, the most devastated are those who remember Taekook's old videos. The hugs on stage, the looks in their eyes that don't need words, the way they laugh to the point of leaning on each other's shoulders